Welcome back to the channel, baby. So this is going to Todd Stevens, and probably it's been a while since I said this. I'm just not getting to it, Todd. I'm sorry, but he requested something I find very interesting is the animals. The original, which I've done, the House of the Rising Sun. I've done it a bunch of times on this channel, but I've never done like this. So it's going to be the animals, House of the Rising Sun, and then it's going to be the cover to that is going to be by a group called Vehicle, and it's got kind of a disco groove, even though it's 76, right around there when it came out, according to Todd. And so I've not seen it. I've not seen anything by Vehicle at all ever. We'll see how it goes. All right, Todd, it's for you, bud.
There is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. In God, I know I'm one. My mother was a tailor. She sewed my new blue jeans. My father was a gambling man down in New Orleans. Now the only thing a gambler needs is a suitcase and trouble, and the only time he's satisfied is when he's on a drum. Oh, mother, tell your children not to do what I have done. Spend your lives in sin and misery in the house of the rising sun. Well, you
us while I get them ready to go. No matter how many times I've seen it, heard it, I've seen it quite a bit on the channel, but there's just something about Eric Burden and the keyboard player and all of them. They're so young looking and they're just raw looking guys. And the bass player didn't know if he knows, but the bass player was using a thumb pick that was attached to his thumb. And it was really, really good. I enjoyed it quite a bit. And of course, I enjoyed their keyboards. I remember seeing the first time I saw Bach's Continental organ was in junior high school, probably in the mid-70s in junior high school. And some group showed up and the keyboard player had one of those, basically black, where the white should be, white where the black should be. It was very, very cool, and I was enthralled by it all. So we're going to do, next we're going to do by a group called Beagle. And I think, Todd, you said they were from Canada, right? And they're very big. I've not heard this. I don't know anything about them. The way Todd describes it is kind of the disco thing in 1976. Now, disco really became hot in the 80s, but there were glimpses of it in the 70s, later 70s. So let's get this up the tracks. Here it goes.
And the
Wow, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. So, Todd, thank you very much. I think what I liked about it was the way they interpreted in 1976 this song from the 60s is so cutting edge for the time, especially for 76. I mean, because, that was back when I was like 14, right around 14 and 15. And since that route, right, but most of them are monophonic. They're this big and real heavy. I've got a few around here. And they did do very much of it towards a bunch of knobs to make that thing is chock full of synthesizers. But plus it's got real brass and real stuff, real guitar, real drums all the way through it. So for 76, it's very good edge, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. I hope you did. Todd, thank you so much for the suggestion. Listen, would you do me a favor on your way out if you liked this as much as I did? Give me a thing on the way out. Subscribe to your channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you see when I release your suggestions or others. Share with your friends. Comments in the comment section. You can leave suggestions for me, or you can email me with someone did recently thinking about it. Email me at anothercoverlover16@gmail.com. Jeff Carter uses it. James Epicor uses it. There's several people that use it. Just got a new person using it. I prefer the emails to the text, but I'll take them either way. So thank you again, and until next time, peace.